Hey Yu-Gi-Oh community, welcome back to the channel. I'm White Geo Paladin, and today we are talking about the 2020 Mega Pack official list that dropped yesterday. Well, technically very early this morning, but we are going to go through all these cards. I've already seen this, but I want to have a discussion about this whole Mega Tin and why some people are still mad about it versus why people are happy about it. So I just figured let's go through all this cards. There's like over 243 cards, I believe. I believe it was 243 or something like that. So let's go ahead and look through these cards. We got cards like Danger Acapulco, which is like, I believe, the only Danger card that's in here. Some Salamangreat cards, okay. Then we have some Rockets. Neospace Connector is a good reprint. I feel that this should get reprinted a little bit of a higher rarity. Maybe Starlight. I'm sorry, not Starlight. I'm sorry, Prismatic. I used to call Prismatics, I used to call Starlights Prismatics, and now it's the other way around. Anyways, Prismatic Secret Rare wouldn't be that bad for this card. Some of the guard dragons, and then we have Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, which is really interesting because they did just reprint this card in, I believe, Dual Overload. So it's kind of one of those foolish burial goods. Like, it's so good, we're gonna do it again. If you guys know who that was, you know, shout outs to you for knowing that reference. Then we have Magiling Pudding Cessor. I hope this gets printed at a higher rarity because it being a rare, I don't think it was justice right there for that card. I used to play Madolche, so that was really cool. Psychic Wielder, I really do like this card being reprinted in here. Then we have Aloof Pine, which is okay. And then the major card is Borreload Savage Dragon. Now, I was a little bit worried that Konami was going to do one of those things where they're not going to put a certain card in this set and it's going to spike the price of the card's original set when it came out in. But luckily, they did not hold back. They actually reprinted Borreload Savage Dragon, which is going to be affordable to people to be playing this card. But I'm not sure what the rarities of these cards are as of yet. They have not been released, but who knows? This probably is going to drive the price down a little bit. I wonder if it's going to be ultra rare as well, or is it going to be a prismatic secret rare? So we'll just have to wait and see. Cyber's Quantum Dragon was actually going up because of Adignisters. I believe that was the reason why. So it is cool that this card is getting reprinted, but it probably did drop from where it initially was. I haven't kept up with the deck, so I don't even know. Then we have some other cards here. We have the Guard Dragons. Mine is Agripane. Sky Striker kinda. Hita is very interesting because it is the only Charmer Link monster that did not get a Starlight rarity, and that's actually pretty sad. So I hope this at least gets Prismatic. I think that would do somewhat justice, but I feel like they need to put this in a set just so all of them can match, you know, for Starlight. That would be nice, but I don't know. Neos Fusion, good card for your Rainbow Neos plays. World Legacy Guard Dragon is actually really cool. It is going to be in the structure deck for Dragoonides, as long as it is getting imported in there. And one of the biggest cards here, well, one of them, is Pot of Extravagance. I was not expecting this card to get reprinted because it came out in Toon Chaos. Now the Unlimited printing is officially out in stores, and now we're getting it in a tin. So that's awesome. They did not hold out on this tin at all. They actually said, hey, let's go ahead and put Pot of Extravagance in here. Let's sell this tin out a little bit more. So we have some other mediocre cards. The Super Anti-Kaiju. The Time Thieves, I think, is actually really cool. We did have Redoer as a super rare, but I still would like to see it be a prismatic. I don't know why, but I think it would look pretty cool. Then we have the Valkyrie cards, which some people are saying, like, ooh, the bots ended up in here. Yeah, right, like Inzectors didn't use it either. But these were the TCG exclusives. Yeah, actually, this was TCG exclusive. But Valkyries is actually pretty decent in the OCG. Not like it was dominating over there or nothing. And in fact, it actually disappeared for a little while. But there was actually some interesting combos with that OCG exclusive Herald. I forgot what his name is, but it was like the level 2. I think it was the level 2 one. It actually had some really decent combos. So who knows? If we ever get that card, maybe it could do something. No Material is actually really cool. I like that this card is getting reprinted. And it is a TCG exclusive. I know a lot of people say, like, oh, they don't reprint TCG exclusives, but luckily, as of lately, they have been reprinting them in the Megatins. So that's actually really cool to see that, because I know they did not do that for the Subterrors and the Spirals when they first came out. I'm sorry, when that tin came out. And yeah, so then we had Dino Wrestlers, Destiny Hero cards, Nightmare Incarnation Idly. I remember I bought this card thinking it was going to go up in price. It did for a little bit, so I was able to flip it for what I paid for it. But it was like one of those things I thought could be used in generators. And then we had Omni Dragon Brotar. This card is actually also getting reprinted in the Dragoon Destructor deck, but as long as it does not get cut off from the imports, we could be seeing another reprint in that structure deck. So maybe it'll be well, it was a secret rare, right? It was, so I don't know, ultra or super rare, who knows. Moving on here, we got a few other cards here. World Legacies, Dino Wrestlers, Fire Dragon, Firewall XC Dragon, Madolche Teacher, Glass Souffle. Sorry, I actually would like to see this being a prismatic. I know I have a little soft spot for the Madolches. My cousin used to play this card, play this deck before all these newer cards came out. He hasn't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a while, but he's slowly kind of getting back into it a little bit. We've just been playing some Goat and Dragon Rulers. Now, Konami, I'm begging you, please do not mess this up. I don't play Heroes anymore, but Cross Crusade needs a high rarity. If you print this as a common, I'm going to be upset because this deserved a super rare slot in an OTS pack. You didn't do that, so please give this card some love and make it a little bit of a high rarity, just because, I don't know, I would love to have seen this as a high rarity when I was actually playing the deck a few months back. And yeah, we just never saw that. Then we have Crusadia Avermax and Cynet Mining. Crusadia is actually a very decent reprint. I forgot this card was actually in that set. I don't know why I forgot about it, but it's really cool that this card is coming out in the Megatins. Cynet Mining was actually head scratching for me. I was like, didn't you guys just reprint this card? But you know, I'm not complaining here. So awesome, that's cool. They did not cut this card out from making the cut. Then we have Fusion Destiny, which is cool, but I don't think it's going to be any higher rarity than what it already is. It was a super rare. Monstrosity was going up for a while. Now it's finally getting its reprint. We have a few other Crusadia cards. Mystic Mine, I swear. If this card gets printed as a prismatic, all hope is lost that this card's not going to get banned. But they did do that with the Nightmare Mermaid, so maybe there's a little chance that it can get banned. Maybe. And then Crackdown, sorry. Pretty cool. I like this card, so maybe we could see this as being an ultra rare, maybe. Then we have the other Valkyrie cards, which are the TCG exclusive cards. I'm not sure what rarities these cards would be in. Then we have the Cherubini, which is amazing because this card ends up being used in the upcoming Infernity builds that's going to be happening when Phantom Rage comes out. So it's really cool to see that this card is going to get reprinted. So will it be an ultra rare? I feel like it probably will be an ultra rare. I know some people were saying that this card is going to be implemented in the maximum gold set, but to me, I was thinking like, no, they're not gonna cut this for the Megatins. I know this card has to be in the Megatins. I'm hoping it is. So luckily, it is. Then we have some other cards here. Memories of Hope. We did expect this card to get reprinted. I know it was going up for like $250 a copy when the Numerons came out, but now that it is getting reprinted, could this card be in a higher rarity, a Starlight Rare? I keep saying that. Starlight Rare, Prismatic, Secret Rare. Sorry, guys. Prismatic, Secret Rare, or Ultra Rare. I'm hoping for an Ultra Rare, but at the same time, I wouldn't be complaining about a Prismatic Secret Rare, but it's not really like because I played the deck or anything like that. I think it'd be one of those things because it's like, hey, Numerons came out, let's high rarity this card up. Then we have the Marincess cards. Whew, I remember when I played Marincess when it came out, but I did not have Cynet Mining. Then I ended up flipping the deck. Then I got Cynet Mining later. Then it was just that was a roller coaster. Now, anyways, Marincess are coming out. They are all getting reprinted in this set. So that's actually really cool. Tenyis, I think, should deserve some high rarity upgrades, which would be phenomenal. I think that's actually a really cool deck. And it's really cheap, too. So higher rarities for that is well deserved. The Witchcrafter Golem Arur, whatever it's called. I was actually worried that this card was going to see somewhat of a buyout if it did not get reprinted, just because of that Magitus cards that were coming out in the upcoming side set, Genesis Impact. I know it could be one of those tech cards, but it does work for spellcasters, so I was thinking maybe it could see some kind of buyout. I don't know, but luckily it is getting reprinted, so no need to worry about that. Then we have the Gizmic Orochi, which is awesome. Then we have some other cards here, Borreload X Charge Dragon, the other Marincess XCs, the Tenyis, and then the Wind Charmer. And this is the biggest, what the actual hell, Apollosa Bow of the Goddess is getting reprinted in this set. It's coming out in maximum gold, and I had no intentions of this card being in here. I'm sorry, I had no guesses of this card being in here. That was on the bottom of my list, thinking like, no, they're not going to put Apollosa in here. It's coming out in maximum gold. I was dead wrong. And so seeing this being actually in the Megatins, is amazing. I love that this card is getting reprinted, and it's going to get reprinted again. Now, with this card being reprinted in the Mega Tins, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, well, now this is going to make it cheaper, and then when the gold one comes out, it's going to be even cheaper. I don't think that's actually true because of what the, if you guys remember in Maximum Gold, if I'm not mistaken, that they're going to have alternative arts for Apollosa and Stratos, and I believe Droll and Lockbird. So that card could still be worth a lot of money just because of an alternate artwork, but who knows? We have seen some hand traps that actually ended up plummeting after they came out with an alternate art in Dual Devastator, but then they started to slowly go back up, so it just probably depends on over time if people like the alternate art, or do they just like prefer the original OG printing of this card. But regardless, we are getting 2 reprints coming up, this one at the end of the month, and I believe Maximum Crisis comes out in October? Is it October or November? Actually, I can't remember. But you know, keep an eye out. It could be cheap, but you could see some buyouts depending on if it's short printed or anything like that. Get Out is a really good choice here. I like that. Even though it's not seeing any play, I still like it. Barricade, yeah, this Barricade board blocker. This card should actually get a rarity upgrade. I know some people actually played this card. It was actually being used in Spirals as well. I remember that. And then it's just being used in some other decks here and there. So it would be cool just to see this being as a higher rarity than its common printing. Dragoon and Knight Romulus, we already saw this card. I did not think that picture was real, so that's why I did not post it. If you guys saw me on my Instagram, I did not post this card because I didn't think it was real or not. Some people ended up doing some really good fakes before, but it ended up being true. And I believe it is a prismatic secret rare. At least that image was a prismatic secret rare, so it could be a prismatic as long as that image was legit. So this is coming out in there, and I believe it's also coming out in the Dragoon Destructor deck because they did do a list of reprints. Some reprints, and one of them was Romulus. So that's awesome. We're getting more Romulus cards. Then we have the Marincess cards coming out, and then Blue Tang. I remember this card was expensive when it first was coming out during pre-orders. I don't remember what the price was when it actually did come out after sneak peeks. So, but I remember it was just expensive. Then we have the Unchained cards, which is actually really cool because I was actually worried that they were not going to put some certain cards in here. It's like everything that I thought they were not going to print, they ended up printing. Even Starly's Safebird was actually reprinted in here. I completely forgot about this card. I don't know why I forgot about it. And then it's getting reprinted, so that was actually awesome to see. Then we have some of the Tenyi cards, Infinite Track, the Hop Ear Squadron. I heard, no, I'm sorry. I watched House of Champs videos, and I saw this card was going up for like $3, $3 to $4 or something like that. And I was thinking like, shoot, I got some copies too. But I figured it was going to get reprinted, so I was like, I was in a hurry to try to flip it. But it's actually hilarious that if people actually did buy this card for $3 and it's getting reprinted. Draco Berserker, that's pretty cool. Gallant Granite is getting reprinted. Maybe as a super rare. I feel like it could be a super rare. Dark Fluid, which is a shame because it was the first Link 5 monster. I'm pretty sure it was the first Link 5 monster, right? That actually came out here in the TCG. I believe it was. So it already is a secret rare, so it's going to have a lower rarity. Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, which is actually really cool. Some Marincess cards. Unchained Links, always nice to have. Even Gladiator support's coming out. IP Masquerena, I'm sorry, not support, reprints. IP Masquerena, which is awesome just to see this card getting printed. I could probably see this being as a start. Yeah, I know you guys are probably making a challenge right now. How many times I say that, huh? I could see this card being a prismatic secret rare in this set. It definitely deserves it. I think it does. So then we're moving down here. Abomination Prison. I don't know what this could be. It was a secret rare. So who knows? It could be a lower rarity or just going to be a prismatic. Then we have some other cards here. Not too much to go through. We're just going to keep going down because we do have the Striker Dragon, which is neat. This was an import, so it's actually really cool to see that they are printing that. And one of the most interesting things about this is that they are reprinting cards from Infinity Chasers. And I shouldn't say cards, they're reprinting like almost like every card that was in that set. We have the entire Infinite Tracks, all of them being here. And one of the biggest cards I like is Megaclops getting reprinted. This card was going up like crazy. I remember seeing it at $20. I think it's like a $10 at the time of recording this video. Well, actually, maybe not even at the time of recording this video because it's been a little bit while since I actually last checked. But this card was being bought out like crazy because Zodiac played it, Tri-Brigade's now playing it, and Tri-Brigade Zodiacs, and then we had the Numerons playing it. It was just ridiculous how much this card was going up, but it is getting reprinted. And then we have the other Infinite Track cards. Then we have the Witchcrafters, which a lot of people are not happy about. But, you know, I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I'm just glad to see that the expensive super rare is getting reprinted. And these two cards did just get reprinted in Dual Overload. So it's actually really cool to see that they are getting printed in here as well. Then we have the Evil Eye archetype. Cercial, oh man, where were you earlier when I was playing this deck? I remember I was trying to play this deck. I did not have the Unchained version of it. I was just playing a pure variant of it at the time when it first came out. Then as, I don't even know when the set came out. Like, as time went on, let's just say that. As time went on, I saw more variants being played. I saw the Unchained version, and then I started playing the Outlich version online, and that deck was hella fun, even though a lot of people were upset of me playing that and said, dude, you have no life? I'm like, hey, man, if it gets me the win, I don't give up. No, but all in honesty, it's really cool. Then we have Magical Eyes Fusion getting reprinted in here, which is kind of odd, but okay. Then we have the controversial World Legacy promos. World Premiere promo, not promos, World Premiere cards. Okay, World Premiere cards that people are pissed off about, but me, I'm fine with it. I didn't care. I didn't buy a case, unlike some people that are upset about it. And then Red Eyes Dragoons, obviously an ultra rare in here. So all in all, this whole set is really good. I like the cards that they put in here. I like how they did not hold back on the reprints. They actually printed cards saying like, you know what? We have Maximum Gold coming out. Let's put Borreload Savage in that, and let's keep it away from the Megatins. And even with Apollousa, we are getting a reprint of it with an alternate art, but they are still generous to give us a reprint in this set, which I think is awesome to see. And honestly, I have no complaints. I have no complaints about this. But the thing is that I'm not buying any tins. More than likely, maybe I'll buy one. Maybe. I'm debating about it. Buying one for the channel. But a lot of people are actually pissed off at Konami because, well, they don't like the cards, apparently. I don't get why. They printed out a lot of good stuff. What more did you want? And then they hated the World Premiere cards that are actually announced. But they're actually more upset that there's no promos. And I'm like, where the hell in the announcement did they say they were going to have promos? There was no promos. You bought the tins. You bought the cases without reading it. I mean, well, we are Yu-Gi-Oh, right? No, but it's just sad that people were upset at Konami rather than being upset at themselves, because you take that risk when you buy a case, you know? That's why I'm not going to buy a tins. I'd rather buy something that's coming up. I would have invested in my money in the Raw set that's coming out because you could get a Ghost Rare. I mean, yeah. And then we also have that Maximum Gold sets coming out. I'm a little bit, not as much, because I believe you only get 5 per case. I believe that's what it was. At least some of the pre-orders are only 5. And then I'm actually might want to get the Genesis Impact set. That might want to try to get that as my first case ever, because I do like side sets. I do like what they're doing with it, even though I have like a little 50-50 relationship with what they're doing now. But as long as we get collector's rare, I guess that's fine. So, other than that, I'm happy with the set. Turned out really great. Are you guys excited for this set, or are you guys one of those people that are really pissed off at Konami because you wasted your own money because you expected, like, infinite and permanence evenly matches, guaranteed promos, or something like that? Yeah. Oh, and I have some messages on my Instagram saying, like, you know, they're happy with the set. They are happy with the set. They are glad that they printed everything. And they're also glad that they printed in Infinity Chasers, which is, yeah, I'm on board with that too. I mean, how often do you get them reprinting side set cards? They did that with Dark Saviors, which was actually really cool, but they didn't really do that with anything else. And I still feel like they need to do that. I mean, they did slightly do that a little bit with the Magical Musketeers and Dual Overload, but I feel like, where's the rest of the cards? I felt that they should have been printed in there as well. But we'll have to just wait and see what else they're going to be printing. Who knows? And they might just reprint the other stuff in other sets. Maybe a Maximum Gold or something. But without making this video any longer, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. And please comment down below your thoughts and opinions about this whole pack list, because I would love to read them and know what you guys think about it. So other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.